Hello, I'm Fiona Yardley, the Secondaries Maths Subject Lead for Teach First at Canterbury Christchurch University. I'm one of the tutor team who will be working with you on Mondays and Tuesdays across the 4 weeks of Summer Institute to develop your subject knowledge and classroom teaching skills. This is a very brief introduction to the two main pieces of technology that we'll be using, Blackboard and Collaborate Ultra. You can use Collaborate Ultra even if you've not yet completed registration, and it's where you'll do a lot of your learning, so I'll introduce you to that first. Then I'll tell you a little bit about Blackboard, but by far the best thing to do is to complete registration, and then you'll be able to get on there and explore. To open Collaborate, all you need is a link. You might be given a URL, which is a lengthy list of letters and numbers, or just a link to click through. I'll show you later that we have put links to all of your classrooms all over Blackboard, and there should be a link to the practice room somewhere near where you accessed this video. As I said, you only need the link. You don't need any software, there's nothing to download, no password, just the link. You do, however, need to be using Chrome as your web browser. Other browsers will get you there, but you'll have problems with sound. If it's the first time you've been to a room, then you'll see a web page in a new window that looks like this. There'll already be a name suggested. Stop. Check the name. It's important that you do it now because you won't get the chance again. Type the name that you like to be called, followed by your surname. So this person is called Elizabeth Smith but goes by Lizzie. The computer will probably suggest Elizabeth, so change that bit, but please, please, please include your surname in case there are two people with the same first name in your group. When you've done that, just click to join the session. You may get a spinning pink wheel for a while, but you will get taken into the room. Here are some important points. I've said it already, but you must use Chrome. If you don't, you're likely to get sound problems. You may be offered the opportunity to do a sound and video check. Make sure you take that opportunity. If you aren't asked, click on the little cog icon and use the settings to set up your audio and video. If you don't have the white panel, click on the purple blob in the bottom right hand corner and it should appear. It generally works best to use headphones, even better a headset with a built-in mic, although after saying that, experience tells us to experiment. Personally, I've stopped using a headset and now use just earphones. Another colleague finds that her French-bought headphones work, but her British-bought ones don't. And someone I was working with recently found that they got echo and feedback with headphones, but it was fine without. You'll get to know that Collaborate has its own quirky personality. For example, it's best not to use your video as it takes up a lot of bandwidth. It's worth checking that it does work, though, because it will be used from time to time, for example, when you're developing explanations or sharing resources. Keep your mic muted unless you're speaking, otherwise there'll be a lot of background noise for others. Put your hand up if you want to speak. Your tutor will see that your hand is up, and they can also see the order in which people put their hands up. But do take advantage of the chat. This really is a good way to communicate. And if you can't see that white panel, remember you just need to click on the purple blob in the corner here. If you need to enlarge the screen, you can click on this magnifying glass icon. Only you will be able to see the enlarged screen, and if you then scroll the screen, only you can see that scrolling happening. Clicking on that icon down in the middle there will give you lots of options, including the option to show that you've been temporarily called away. You can also send quick messages to your tutor, which cause your avatar to change to the given emoticon for about 30 seconds. And finally, this is also where you click to leave the session. The best way to familiarise yourself with the room is to go and have a look around. There is a practice room that's already open, and you can go in and have a little look around, do a sound and video check. You can go along at any time, but there's unlikely to be anyone in the room. However, it will be staffed from 3 to 4 p.m. on Thursday and Friday 18th and 19th of June and Monday the 22nd if you want to drop by. The URL is on the slide, but you should also be able to get access to it written down so that you don't need to type in all those digits. Look in the emails or chat boxes near to where you clicked through to this video. I'll remind you of those times at the end. But now we'll turn to Blackboard, which you will need to complete registration with Canterbury Christchurch in order to be able to access. So when you register with Canterbury, you will, maybe not immediately, but you will be given access to Blackboard. That's the virtual learning environment, the VLE, that we use at Canterbury. This is your portal to SI, where you can access everything you'll need when working with your Canterbury subject tutors. The sooner you register, the more time you'll get to familiarise yourself with the learning environment you're going to be in. The page you land on will look something like this. If you're on a small device, the black menu on the left might not be immediately visible, and you have to kind of move up and down on the left-hand side until you find a little arrow pop out, which will then open the menu for you. The menu directs you to lots of useful information, but the link you'll click on most will be for your own subject or phase. So I'm going to click on Science, and this has brought me through to the Science portal. Each subject and phase area will be different, so I'll leave you to explore your own. But what you're likely to find includes things like guidance about how to get started, information about the programme provided by your subject area or phase, access to all your subject and phases teaching resources, activities, articles, tasks, etc. In Science you get to these by clicking on Study Units, and links to the teaching rooms, which I've already introduced you to. So, just a reminder that we've set up a practice room so that you can go in and have a look around, do a sound and video check. As I said before, you can go along at any time, but there's unlikely to be anyone around. It will be staffed between 3 and 4 p.m. on Thursday and Friday and Monday. That's the 18th, 19th and 22nd of June if you want to pop by. The URL is on this slide, but you should also be able to get access to it written down so that you don't have to type in all those digits. Just look in the emails and chat boxes near to where you clicked through to get to this video. That's all for now. We're really looking forward to meeting you and working with you at SI and throughout the next 2 years.